to not want to believe this, but unfortunately the evidence is that support not only Cathy O'Brien's story, and the other evidence is that Senator John DeCamp from the Nebraska cover-up, Franklin cover-up as it's known, support what you're going to be hearing tonight. In addition to that, there has been a tremendous amount of information that has surfaced over the past, really, 3 years that has come from people who have been on the front lines. Not only therapists, but we have got generals and colonels from all branches of the military and members of intelligence that have provided us with literally tons of documentation, not only supporting Cathy's story, but thousands of others just like her. Cathy O'Brien is not unique. I wish she were, because if she were, I would not be in front of you right tonight, because it would mean that this problem went no further. Unfortunately, that is not the case. What has happened to Cathy O'Brien is happening all around the world, and it's happening in daycare centers, it's happening in homes, and not homes of Appalachian people who lack total education or lack any education or any written language skills, who have been practicing incest for years. This is happening as a result of a very coordinated effort that has come out of the intelligence communities, again, from around the world. My role in all of this is relatively simple, but nevertheless complex. I'm going to give you all a background tonight of about a few minutes of MK Ultra information, and I've requested you all write some questions down for us. We cannot take verbals. We will take written questions. You don't have to sign them, put your name down there, and we'll attempt to answer as many as possible. Please make your questions relevant to the subject matter, because I can't Cathy discuss what we may surmise are other victims, other than the ones that are the most obvious ones, like Timothy McVeigh. And again, it is not our experience. We have no proof. We only have Mr. McVeigh's admissions and some other information that would support it. But that's an example of our limits. We prefer to answer any and all questions individually, standing up in front of you, because there is no such thing as a bad question. We spent about 5.5 years on the lecture circuit with law enforcement and mental health. Now, that was done to protect us. It was also done to ferret out as much information as we could regarding other survivors, as well as ferreting out information through law enforcement, or I should say cooperative law enforcement, who were like you all, they're free thinkers, and they knew something was going on.
Thy mercy, O Lord,
but they didn't understand
is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reacheth unto the clouds.
I will attempt to give you as much background on myself so that you'll have some understanding of how I was able to do what we've accomplished, Cathy and I. But our main concern, of course, remains the same focus, and that is to get this information out to the populace of this country and all the other countries that are affected, and that we don't know many that aren't.
Thy mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens,
and also
and thy
the fact
faithfulness
that Cathy O'Brien's institutionalized daughter, Kelly, who, by the way, went into an institution when she was 8 years old, right after I rescued them, and she remains in that institution or an institutionalized setting to this day. I don't know how many of you all can imagine being a child and being raised in a mental institution, but I can assure you it is not a pretty sight, even though Kelly is not been mistreated as she had been prior to going into the institution. External control of the mind is not something new. It's thousands of years old. It's recorded in caves. It's recorded, the exact formula for trauma-based mind control, in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Adolf Hitler was particularly interested in mind control, and he assigned his right-hand man, Heinrich Himmler, to do some research, particularly on the families of Northern European, multi-generational, sexually abused, psychologically abused, physically abused children. You see, I'm sure each of us understands, those of us that read the Bible and understand its literal interpretation about the sins of the father, understand what multi-generational abuse means. In this case, multi-generational abuse, and that begins, by the way, at birth, involves horrendous sexual and psychological and physical abuse that is put on these children by their caregivers. Well, Adolf Hitler knew that these people who are abused become very, very receptive to external control of their mind. They also develop some incredible abilities, like 44 times visual acuity. Now, I know that it doesn't take a rocket science part of the fun to figure out how we could use somebody with 44 times the average person's visual acuity. It's called special